Some of you might be able to read my shirt. Mystic Aquarium, right? So I came from pretty far, right? You said Mystic. All right, so today I brought some creatures for you guys to touch that are all invertebrates. What's it mean to be an invertebrate? To be an invertebrate, what does it mean? No backbone. We have no backbone. Do we have backbones? We sure do. So we are called vertebrates. These animals that you're going to meet are invertebrates. So they have no backbone. Who can feel their backbone for me? Who can feel their backbone? Remus. All right? So we're vertebrates. They're invertebrates. All right? So I'm going to introduce you to all these animals in just a minute. All right, so these are animals that we consider our touch tank creatures. Did I bring a tank for you to see? No. But look, I brought these cool little bins for you to get your hands in. All right, and all the animals are in the coolers. All right, so these animals come from the Long Island Sound. So if you go to the beach in Connecticut and you go to the coast, you're checking out the Long Island Sound. All right, so the water's pretty cold. So when you put your hands in the water, it's going to be pretty cold. So that's why they're in coolers. We want to keep them cold, and we're going to keep them in the water. So let me introduce you to some of these cool creatures. All right, let's see if you guys know what this one is. He's stuck to the bottom. Oh, the sea star, that's pretty good though. Let me take a look. No octopus! I didn't bring an octopus. It's a snail! Alright? This is a snail. Alright, so when you guys hold this creature, you're going to use your hands like this, and you can take one finger. Okay, you guys got to pay attention to what I'm saying, because when you go to hold these creatures, I want you to know the right way to do it. And if you're talking, it's going to be hard to pay attention, right? All right, so you can take one finger and you can touch him, you can tickle him on his soft spot, okay? You don't want to poke him. Does anybody here like to be poked by their friends? I don't. All right, so we don't want to poke him, but you can touch him, all right, underneath here. So as this animal grows, his shell grows with him, all right? So you can pick him up by his shell and touch him underneath here. So we gotta find a friend for the snail, right? All right, so this one's not a snail. Anybody know what's in here? Hermit crab, a hermit crab, right? So this hermit crabs have very soft bodies. So they don't have a hard shell like other crabs and lobsters to protect them. So they have to find shells. So this would have been a snail's home, a snail that passed away. And then this creature took over the house. As the hermit crabs grow bigger, they have to leave this shell and go find a bigger one. So when you pick him up, you can pick him up by his shell. You can let him crawl around the bins. He might come out a little bit. Just don't stick your fingers in there because he does have claws to protect him. And let's see what else we can find for that bit. Not yet. What's this? Clam! It's a clam! You guys are so good at this. All right, so this clam, there's a living creature inside here. Most likely you're not going to see him. But a lot of times when you see these shells at the beach, there's nobody in them. You only see one half. So you can pick him up, feel how heavy he is. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to put him over here. Now, I can't put this animal with the next creature you're going to meet because he might try to eat him. Are you ready for the sea stars? Okay. All right, let me find a teeny tiny one that's in here. You can see him. You're going to get a chance to meet them, okay? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Sea stars. Okay, so sea stars eat clams, so I don't let them hang out together in the bins. All right, I actually had them in a little separate container. I know they were in the same pool together. All right, so sea stars. So when I was a kid, we called them starfish. But guess what? These really cool researchers went out and checked these animals out and realized that they are not fish. Do they have gills? Do they have tails? No, they're not fish. Can you believe it? So they are sea stars. They come from the sea, and they're shaped like stars. So sea stars. Notice how I'm holding them nice and flat in my hands. Okay? You can hold them like this, or you can flip them under and look underneath, so you can see all their little tube feet. But be careful. You don't want to poke them in the middle, because that's where their mouth is. Yeah. So we don't want to pick them up by their arms. We don't want to hurt them. So we want to hold them nice and flat. And remember, we want to try to hold them under the water while we have them in our hands. So we'll go ahead and put them over here. Now this guy, he's only got 4 arms. And actually one shorter, he's regrowing it. So they can regenerate and regrow arms as they grow. It just takes them a little while to do it. All right. We're done with that holder. Remember this time. Yes. Good. I hope they're moving around. Because if they're not, that's going to worry me. All right, you guys ready to meet a crab? Another crab? All right. All right. chance to pick him up if you want. So you can make a C with your hand. Now turn your C upside down. You want your thumb on top. See how I'm holding him in the back here? He's okay to hold. You just don't want to get near his claws in the front there. All right, so we can hold him in the back, underwater, right? Is the best way to do it. So he's going to come hang out with our sea stars. No. So crabs and lobsters, they're scavengers. So when a sea star dies, the crab comes along and eats them. It's kind of our good, we like to think of them as our little recyclers, right? They pick up the things that are kind of left behind. All right, there's our green crab. And then here we have a rock crab. Same thing, we're going to hold him the same way. We make a C with our hand, flip it over so that our thumbs are on top, and we hold him. Okay? Pretty cool. I'm going to make him come back here. And we should get him a friend, right? Yeah, here's one by himself. So I'm going to pull out a spider crab. So notice how I'm holding him across the top of his shell. You're still going to make a C with your fingers, but you're going to hold him across the top. Now his claws in front are much smaller than the other crabs, but his arms are so long that he can reach underneath and try to pinch you if you hold him in the back. So if you want to hold the spider crab, you want to hold him across the top. All right, now, these guys are kind of funny looking. All right, they let algae and barnacles and different types of creatures grow on top of them so that they have good camouflage. Anybody know what it means to have camouflage? What is it?
Blend in.
To blend in, and why would he want to blend in?
So he doesn't get eaten.
So he doesn't get eaten. There's a lot of creatures out there that are going to want to eat him. So if he blends in, they're going to swim right over him and not even realize that he's something to eat. So we're going to put him back here with his friends. Now he's missing a couple of legs, but he can actually regrow his legs as he gets bigger. So lobsters and crabs molt a couple times a year, mold their shell. And to grow bigger, that's what they do. So they grow a new shell underneath the shell, and then the other one pops off. So sometimes if you're on the beach and you see what you think might be a dead crab on the beach, it actually might just be the molt from it. Anybody here ever had soft-shelled crab out to dinner? You're actually having a crab that just molted, so it hasn't had a chance to have its shell harden yet. So it's a certain time of year that it happens for a lot of them. I have my grand finale in here for you guys to meet, and he's going to go in the bin by himself, but it's because he's a little bit bigger. You ready to meet him?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lobster.
All right. Lobster. So this is my lobster, and he's missing a claw too, but he's going to grow it back. It's a good thing he lives at the aquarium, because if he was missing a claw out in the Long Island Sound, he might become somebody's dinner a little bit easier. So this is a creature we're going to hold on to with two hands. We're going to have one hand around his body here, and then the other hand's going to be on his tail. Now, see how he's flicking his tail? That's what they do when they get a little uncomfortable when I'm holding him. So we want to make him feel safe. That's why we want to tuck his tail. But also if he starts to do that, he's going to splash water at you, and it might scare you, and you might drop him. So we don't want to hurt him. So when you hold him, we're going to hold his body. And so if he's got his tail out, we're just going to tuck it underneath him. See, he's got a band on his claw, so he can't hurt you. And you're going to be touching the back of his body, so he's not going to try to pinch you at all. All right, he's going to go over here. Let's see, let's go. Great. All right, everybody, I'm going to talk just for 1 more minute, and then I'll let you go have some fun.
Will he grow another antenna as well?
He will, yes, thank you. He will grow another antenna. It just takes a little while. And when they first start to grow back, they're soft. There you go. And you see all little teeth. So as this one falls out, the new one pops right into place. Every time we start to do it, you can hold them. It's not that very intentional. Well, how do you hold them? You don't want to you can just look too. Yeah. Very cool.
What do you feel like?
See how there's a rubber band on it, honey? So that way he can't move his claw. It's like all closed up, like that. Yeah. So he can't go. I think
the little ones in the front.
It's growing.
That's the one that pick up that one.
Just pick them up from the back, buddy.
And I was the one picking up the spider crab. No way.
That's awesome.
I want to touch that one.
that's the fun.
I want to go to the clam.
Come up.
We have to
I
get
could
our
touch the clam.
Yep, there you go.
The clam I could touch. Oh my gosh.
Get your finger over there. There you go. You got him. He's not gonna hit you if you're behind him. There you go. Good job, buddy.
Look at that.
Good job.
Nice. Oh my god.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That guy's gonna
How's
be.
it feel?
There's no way I'm gonna pick up that one.
Nice job, Ryan.
Does he have pincers?
Sure does. See the big pinchers up there? Looks like he's grabbing my hand with his back legs. You see him?
Can I touch his compliment?
Oh, yeah.
Can I touch his eyeball?
No, don't hurt his eyeball.
Remember what she said? You can lift his
He's trying to pinch me with his back pinchers. Look at his pinchers coming out. See him? He's reaching for me. You can't reach though.
Go pick him up. He's softer along the side?
Yeah, he starts to come out and stuff.
Oh, so all of that is part of his body. You see his body in there? Whoa! Is he soft? Yeah!
Oh my god.
That part is hard.
And then touch
That
the
hurt?
body.
Yeah, it is.
And then this
Probably
is the
from
body.
moving along.
And then
Yeah.
this is the body.
No, you see the
That's
body on the
so
inside?
cool.